today I am back with a guest. Her name is Rose. I'm going to let her tell you where she lives, and then we're going to talk about the fabulous sweater that she's wearing, the dress that's on the mannequin, and some other things. So don't go away. Okay, Rose, take it. Tell me,
Hello,
tell me where you are right now.
I'm in Coonabarabran in rural New South Wales, Australia.
Okay, it's a part of the world that I don't know firsthand at all. So that's exciting for me. There's a big time difference between where Rose is and where I am. And in fact, I almost bungled this because we agreed on a particular date, and then I realized when it's that date here, it's a different date where she is because
Yep.
I think we're 16 hours apart, something like that. Anyway, here we are. I found Rose on Instagram because she displays a lot of vintage knitting patterns. You sell those patterns, right?
No,
No, it's
no,
just
I'm
your.
just a hoarder.
A lot of hoarders don't admit to being hoarders, so that's pretty impressive right there. Not for sale, just for your own personal
Yeah,
pleasure?
yeah.
Yes, you take them out and look at them like people pour over their stamp collections?
Well, I knit from them.
You do, but how many patterns do you own?
Yeah, too many. Oh,
Thousands?
I don't think thousands, probably hundreds.
Hundreds. Okay,
Hmm.
so I guess in one's lifetime they could knit hundreds of
Yeah.
sweaters. And the beautiful, fantastic sweater that you're wearing, is that from a pattern that you've collected?
Yeah, yep.
It is?
I think
Rose.
I have it here. Hang on. I have somewhere. There we go. That one?
It looks so much better on you than it does on that model. Wow. That is like, I'm very rarely speechless, but I'm almost speechless. It's so beautiful. At first I thought it was pearls, but you said no, they're what,
They're little
baubles?
bubbles. Yeah.
Little baubles. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow, I just want to like get closer to you and really have a good look. Wow. So it's lace and baubles, yeah?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's the closure around the neck? Is there a button in the back of the neck?
There's four buttons up the back, and it's a little folded over like hem around the neck.
And what size needle was that knit on? Do you
I'm
know? I
not
mean, it's very
sure.
small gauge.
It's probably 3 millimeter, maybe 275 millimeter.
Okay, so it's
It's not that fine. Yeah,
it
it's
surely
deceptive.
yeah, it looks really fine. It's a stunner. It's gorgeous. I bet when you go out in that,
Thank
people
you.
just like drool all over you.
I think this is actually its first outing. I knitted it a long time ago, but it's often too hot here. And then in winter, I prefer to have my arms covered. So yeah, this is its first proper outing.
That's a conundrum for me too. In the summertime, a lot of the sweaters that I like have long sleeves, and if
Mm,
they're short sleeve, I don't necessarily like them in a summer fiber. Like if
yeah,
you knit that sweater in cotton, it wouldn't fit
it
the way
doesn't
it
work.
fits. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder
Mm.
what the women were doing in the 1930s and 40s. Do you know what year this is from?
I'm not sure. I would say maybe 50s.
50s. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder what they were doing back then because they didn't have all the air conditioning that we have today to stay cool where they must have been wearing wool and they must have been
Yeah.
really uncomfortable.
Well, it is comfortable, I suppose. I think we've just got used to wearing, lighter weight knit clothes. So back in the day, everyone was just used to wearing wool tops.
I guess today we're lucky because there are blends of cotton and wool that will have some
Yeah.
of the same properties without the heat factor. Well,
Yeah.
I think we should just end right there because you can't top that. There's nothing that you're going to
No.
show me that's going to, I don't think, that's going to wow me more than that. I, I can't, I just can't, I can't get over it. Wow.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I love all the vintage needles in the background. I actually have a friend who came from Australia and brought me some of those. Oh, they're up here, you can't see them, but you have a lot. Do you knit with those vintage needles?
I used to, but these days I just knit with ChiaoGoo, which is terrible, but it's so much easier. I just have the little tiny case and all my needles all in one place, and it's easy to travel with and everything. So
Guilty
they're
too.
just decoration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I'm using them, but I don't have as many as you have. That's fabulous.
And this is not all of them, I have to admit. I've got more.
Okay.
I didn't bring the tortoiseshell ones because they're a bit delicate.
Beautiful. I have seen some of those. I don't own any, but I've seen them, and they're usually really thin. The
Thin
ones I've
ones, yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
I wonder why they reserved the tortoiseshell for the thinnest. I wonder if they have some strength that maybe the
I
celluloid
don't know.
doesn't. Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, maybe somebody out there knows and will comment.
Mm,
Okay, so the dress. That
the
looks very
dress.
impressive.
Yep. That took me a while and it's knit intarsia, so it's not like panels sewn together. It's all intarsia and that was interesting to do to get it very to get the tension right at the joins. But yep, it's knit in 4 ply, so it's fairly lightweight.
It looks smashing. And the belt, is that also knit?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Yep.
And how is the belt closed? Do you have some snaps or is there a buckle or
Well, I only knit it last night because I couldn't find my black belt. So the pattern originally has is meant to have I think it's just tied up. So that's the pattern there. So it's originally meant to have a knit belt, but I never knit one when I made it. And I just wore it with a black belt, but then I couldn't find one, so quickly knit one.
oh, it looks really great. It looks great.
Thank you.
It's a pity. Just over this past weekend, there was a big festival in New York, and I wait until that festival to buy my vintage buttons, and the woman had a whole box just filled with small buckles. And I
Oh,
didn't buy
awesome.
any because I didn't have any need for them, but they would have fit that. Ooh, well, I'll see her again probably in the fall. I'll think of you if you want me to pick one up for you and mail it.
Okay.
It wouldn't
Mhm.
cost a fortune, I mean, to mail something little like that, although you never know. I just sent
Yeah.
my cousin in Paris a pair of fingerless mitts. It cost me $25 US, which is
Wow.
probably what the yarn cost me. So
Yeah.
that was like pretty expensive, but she's worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, so are there other things that you've knit that you want to show us, or do you want to mainly
Yes,
show?
I've got a collection here.
Okay, okay. I wasn't sure if you wanted to show more patterns or whatever you show. It's going to be fabulous, I can tell.
So I've got them in chronological order from when like the earliest to the latest things that I've
I love
knit.
it.
Um, so this first one was meant to be a twin set, and I knit it probably when I was, I don't know, 15 or 16, and I just knit the top and then never got round to doing the cardigan. So it's also, I think it's a 3-ply one, probably Peyton's pattern. Don't remember which one. It also has the little lace bit.
Mm-hmm.
in the front there, and
So
then the little buttons on the top here.
can you show the buttons a little bit more?
Well, actually, it's press studs, so it's just a little
Ah,
little line of press studs on that
okay.
one. Yeah,
Lovely.
and then
Color's very pretty too.
yeah, it's called lipstick rose, that color.
Suits
And
you.
then this one's a lace weight one, which also has a lace pattern in it. I'm not sure whether it'll show up on the
Yes,
thing.
it's showing. Hmm.
It's showing?
Yeah.
Yep, just a little lacy top. And then,
And you said it's lace weight?
yeah,
How long did that take you to knit? Do you remember? It sounds like you knit
not that
something.
long actually, because the needles I think were like 4mm needles. It's awesome knitting lace weight yarn. You can use really quite thick needles compared to the yarn, and it knits up quickly and it's nice and light. Yeah.
Good tip. I've never done that.
Okay, and then this is my favorite cardigan. It's out of a Women's Weekly pattern book from 1951, and I've worn it heaps because it's just it goes with everything, and it's all knit in sort of one the front, so there's no button bands to sew on, which I really don't like, and the collar is all ribbing all around up here. So that's my favorite pattern, I think. I need to knit another one.
It looks very chic. It looks very classic and timeless, but the collar, I can see the collar has a little bit of extra styling to it.
Yeah, it's like a shawl collar. It goes up quite
Mm,
high around the back. Yeah.
it's very pretty.
And then this one. You can tell I like red.
I was gonna say, it's really an interesting concept to kind of use a color that works with other things that you've knit. So you can mix and match. Like you can wear this with the sweater that you have on. You can wear the other cardigan with that. You can also wear either of them with the pink
Yeah.
blouse. So it's a very
Yeah.
smart approach to take. Not all of us are as clever as you.
No, I just like knitting red. I'll just knit red all the time.
I think if my name were Rose, I would probably want to knit red also.
Yeah. So this one's got an interesting cable in it. So there's quite big spaces between each cable. And it's also I think it's 4-ply as well. Yep, that one. And then last one, here we go. A friend gave me the vintage pattern book for this one. This is the one that was in Home Fires, I think. Lots of TV shows have used this pattern.
I haven't seen it, but
Really?
maybe I don't watch those shows.
You need to watch Home Fires. There's a lot of knitting in that show.
Okay, okay. This too would go with both of the cardigans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that in your mind when you're choosing colors? Like, I wanted to coordinate with other things that I've knit?
Not really. I
Oh,
just see a pattern and go, oh, I like that. I'm going to knit that one. Yes, I should really think about it a bit more because some of my other things that I don't have with me do not go with this collection.
no, it's
Yeah,
almost like
so
a capsule wardrobe. Everything mixes and matches.
so this one has the buttons up the back,
Hmm.
and I don't think that they're not vintage either. I should really put vintage ones on it.
Well, you look like
Yeah,
a beautiful knitter.
thank you.
How long have you been knitting?
Since I was 7, so I went to a Waldorf school. So, part of the curriculum you learn to knit at 7. I really hated it back then, not my favorite thing. But then I got back into knitting when I was about 16. I got a little fox terrier puppy in the middle of winter. So I knit her lots and lots of little coats and things.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's funny because the first recollection I have of knitting also revolves a little bit around the French poodle that we had. my mother got the dog through a cousin. The cousin had a dog, and that dog had a beautiful yellow coat with sequins and beading on the back of the coat because it was a little dog.
Yeah.
And I think my mother was trying to replicate that, and in the process, she taught me how to knit. So I
Mhm.
don't remember there actually being a coat for my dog, but I think my mom may have tried. Anyway, well, that's a very interesting first project. A little coat for a little dog.
Yeah.
Cute, cute. Well, I mean, everything you showed me is so different from what my other guests have shown. So,
Really?
yes, yeah, a lot of people do, some of the same types of things. Maybe because in the northern hemisphere we're getting more British and American patterns as opposed to
Hmm.
Australian ones. So, the style may have been a little bit different. These are just lovely, lovely,
Thank you.
lovely.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm so glad I asked you to come on as a guest because there's so many people out there and it's hard to sift through, like, who's got good stuff. But I feel like I hit a home run. It's always like a pleasant surprise for me. I just still can't get over what you're wearing. You don't even need jewelry. Like, you don't need to wear pearls because they're
I
built
got
right
my
in.
pearls on my sweater.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so should we look at some patterns? You want to, like,
Yes, I've got some here.
okay.
Um, so I keep my patterns in folders like this, big folders. I only have 10 of these. It's not that many, really.
But in
Um,
each little pamphlet, there are several patterns. Is that it?
yes, yeah. So I don't know whether this is, I think this is probably an Australian or New Zealand pattern booklet. So there's this one. Um, this is the one that I knit my cable cardigan out of, I think. Yep, there we go. That one. Um, and well, my favorite are the sun glow ones, which you must have over there too, do you? Or are
I've
they just
seen them.
Australian?
I've seen them.
Mm,
Yeah, I mean, I don't have them separated in my mind which ones are British and which ones are Australian. And
mm,
the American ones, yes. A lot of Australian ones I have found through Trove, the
yeah.
website. So I guess sometimes I see maybe a similar thing that they published in the paper, but I never know,
Hmm.
like, was it Sunglow or some other company?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is another one that I don't have my cardigan here with me, but it's um a bed jacket pattern booklet. But the jacket on the front is knit in 12 ply. I knit it with 12 ply modern yarn. And it knits up really quick. I'll have to put the pattern online because it's so easy to do.
Hmm.
And it looks very vintage.
Do you find a difference between the patterns from the 50s and earlier patterns? Like in the way they're
Yeah.
written?
They're all about the same. I think they started to change like in the 70s or late 60s. They started not having um you know how they older patterns are very like concise, like they don't have a lot of waffle all through them. They just have the bare minimum instructions, which is so much easier to follow. Whereas later on they just too many words.
So
They
in the
just
50s, are they starting to introduce more sizes? It's not just for one size, right? They'll do maybe like two or three sizes.
I've got earlier patterns that have more sizes too.
You do?
Just the occasional one. I didn't bring it, but I've got one that is probably late 40s and it goes up to a 50-inch bust,
Really?
which is crazy.
Really?
I
Is that
mean,
one available? People would probably really love to see
I'll
that.
I'll put some pictures up on my Instagram for it. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
put it all up there. Yeah.
By the way, tell us your Instagram so I'll put it on the screen and people will find you.
Okay, so It's vintage knitting and then numbers 100.
Are you also on Ravelry?
I am. I'm terrible at updating it. Um, there's only like a couple of photos of my stuff on there. Um, I think my Ravelry is probably rose red or something. I don't remember. I'll have to put it up on my Instagram too.
Okay.
I always forget to do things like that.
Mainly Instagram is the place for people to find you.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
I'm surprised you're not selling because a lot of other people who have these patterns do sell them on Etsy.
Yes, well, I have been meaning to because a lot of my patterns I haven't actually bought. I've told relatives that I collect patterns and then they've you know, got their auntie's ones or their great grandmother's ones or whatever. So I've ended up with a lot of doubles. So I do have a few to get rid of soon.
But
Yeah.
people digitize them. You know, people take
Mm,
pictures
that's true.
and they're out of copyright. Maybe not the ones from the 1950s, but the earlier ones I think are out of
Yeah.
copyright. And
Yeah.
people seem to be selling them without issue. But, you know,
Yeah.
digitally so that they can sell many, many copies. And I have a
Hmm.
feeling it must be lucrative to do that. Not too many people have the quantity that you have. It seems like you might know Cole Slifka. I know
Yeah.
she follows you on Instagram. She's been a guest on Show and Tell also and has a huge collection. And
Hmm.
I know I'm pretty sure she's not selling hers either. She has a
Mm,
huge, huge collection.
yeah.
I mean, she works. I imagine you may work at something other
Hmm.
than this as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, to have a business and be fully employed, maybe just not everybody's cup
Mm,
of tea. You can't do it.
yeah.
Okay. Are there more?
Oh, of course. Yep, I can get some more out.
So is it mostly 1950s that is your preference?
I like anything before the 50s, like from the 50s and then back, because after the 50s, things are not so um interesting to knit. I think they're a bit sort of plain. They sort of got, they started the television knitting pattern books. I do have 60s and 70s stuff. Um, I knit a few things of those, but they're all very plain. They don't have the fancy patterns on them. Um, yeah. So then I've got a bunch of these, which I haven't come across before. So they're coloured ones. I guess they're from the 40s.
It looks
I'm
for
not really. Yeah.
Yeah, it sort of looks 40s to me, the way her hat is and her pose
Yeah.
even.
And I love the advertising. They're so awesome and colourful. So this book actually has all the instructions for making it for your size. So it's like you got to measure yourself and get all these measurements and then work out the numbers for you, which is amazing. I'll find a picture.
Do you need to do that, or do you just knit from the pattern and it fits you straight
I
away?
can still kind of squeeze into most patterns. Um, yeah. So I don't have to do that. I really don't like working out all the numbers. Maths is not my favorite thing.
Lucky you. I
But
always have
even
to tinker.
see, even this one, it has some very big sizes, like for
Hmm.
the matron.
Yeah. It's
Um,
a pretty one, the upper right-hand corner.
yeah, it's a like a twin set. So there's a jacket down the bottom, and then the
Yeah,
top
the
for
jacket's
underneath.
not extraordinary, but the sweater, whenever there's two tones like that, I find I'm really
Yeah,
attracted to it.
yes, yeah, it makes it so much more interesting.
Like graphic, almost geometric
Yeah,
kinds of things.
yeah. And I always love the dresses. I've only managed to knit one so far, but I'd like to do all of them.
I have never tried a dress.
It's a long slog.
Yeah, that's what Cole says. I mean, I know she just turns them out, but I know that they take a long time. I'd be worried that I would put in all that time and it wouldn't fit or be attractive on my body. And there's no telling. I guess you don't know until you try. Maybe one day I'll try it.
Yeah, I like the process of knitting more than the wearing at the end, which is a bit strange.
A lot of people feel that way. I'm more in the I want to wear it camp. I mean, I certainly do enjoy the process as well, and I'm sure that there are plenty of people who are like you. They just, love to knit, love to knit. Whenever I have to rip something out, my husband says to me, "Don't fret, just do it because you love to knit. So now you'll get to
Yep.
knit it again." Okay.
Yeah, it's all part of the process. There's no point getting upset about it. I've always got to like think it's just part of knitting. You've just got to undo stuff sometimes.
It's a tough pill to swallow, but for experienced knitters, I think we have all wrapped our head around that. You do it once
Mm,
and then you go, okay, it wasn't that bad. I got something
yeah.
better out of it. So it's
Yep.
worth it.
Okay, so these are probably my two favorite colorwork books. They're these two here. And a lot of the patterns in here have been used for TV shows, 40s TV shows. Um, but the interesting thing is they actually have graphs, which is awesome. So this is the graph for the colorwork top that I just showed before. So otherwise I wouldn't have knitted it because I hate reading the writing explaining two of this color, three of that color.
Rose,
Yeah.
I have done it.
Oh,
I'm
I couldn't
familiar
do
with
it.
it. Yeah, well, it's work. It's a process, and then you get something really special. So
Mm. So talking about two-tone, I'd love to knit this one. So it's got the two colors like my dress too, but it's got a bit of color work in the like in between the colors.
hmm
It's so pretty. Yep. And then oh, there's this one too. So when I knit color work, even with these, I knit them in the round and stick the armholes and the neck. So then I don't have to purl.
so the pattern doesn't tell you to do that.
No, because they're English ones. They say to knit backwards and forwards. And then with this one, I also knit the two sleeves at the same time and had a stick in between them. So then I just knit it round and round, so that I could get the sleeves matching exactly. And
I haven't
that
heard
was much
anybody do
easier
that.
in my head.
Very interesting.
So the two sleeves were joined like across here. So then I was just knitting round and round and then sticked.
What
Yep.
about the shape of the shoulders?
So at the shoulders, hang on, let's get it out and I'll put
Does
it
it
inside
does
out
it
and see.
increase and then you put like pleating or something in there?
No, it's just a little bit gathered. And I sticked it all the way to the top. It's been a while since I knit this one.
Okay.
So
Wow.
yeah, that it was all joined up all the way along and then just cut open. So I didn't have to knit backwards and forwards at all on this one.
Clever, very
No
clever.
purl. So there's another Peyton's one.
This is definitely 40s with those shoulders.
Yeah, it's a very pretty fancy one.
And the hat.
The hats are amazing.
Very Joan Crawford. Yeah,
Yep. This one's got all the hats in it.
that looks lovely too. It's also interesting to see the typeface, the different fonts. I do believe that they changed from decade to decade. I think you could date things by the font also.
Well, some of Peyton's books are quite fancy, so they must have had like a designer line or something that was a bit fancier than the everyday ones. So there's an evening dress that would take forever to knit.
Wow. What yarn is
Um,
that calling for? Is it something sheer? Is it like a mohair?
no, it's just azalea crochet wool, which I think I have some here. This stuff.
I never heard of crochet wool. It's different from knitting wool.
I don't know. It's just I think it's just the name of the particular yarn. So um I found a little collection of vintage yarn at a charity shop a couple of years ago. And I've got azalea crochet wool now. And it's amazing they had such lovely colors back then. So this is a sun glow one, a 4 ply. Yeah.
It is very exciting to see the original colors, I will say.
Yeah, that was so exciting to find them. They're so colorful. So, and the yarn quality is so different to today. Like the twist is so much nicer and um like it doesn't pill like modern yarns.
So it's tightly twisted.
Yeah, or the way they've made the yarn is just it's good quality, not like some yarns these days.
Let's
Um,
let's see all those yarns because I want to see the
okay,
colors.
here we go. I'll get them all out. So these are probably the older ones. So that's a Sunglow 4 ply. And then this one's the Azalea crochet wool. And it's got a very tight twist on it. It's very, very springy.
Hmm.
And it still has that sheepy smell to it. Like it's got the like a bit of lanolin still in that one.
Hmm.
And then this one's Lincoln Mills Daphne wool. I
It,
think this one says crochet as well.
it's hard to tell the color. Is that like a burgundy or brown?
It's a chocolate brown,
Chocolate.
sort of 70% lint chocolate color.
Dark.
Yes, lovely and dark. And then this one is a Peyton's Beehive Fingering, and it's a 3 ply, it says, and it's sort of an oatmeal color. And then, so they're the older ones, I'm guessing. And then these ones here are a bit more 50s probably. So, um, this one's from FW Hughes, which is the company that did Sunglow patterns, I believe.
Ah.
And it is super bright yellow. And then this is the one I knit my favorite red cardigan in. And it's been moth repellent, it says. And it has a smell, probably something not very good on it. But it's such a lovely red.
So you
And
said
then I've
you
got
knit, you said you knit a cardigan with that yarn. Does the cardigan smell or it went away when you washed it?
it has a slightly chemically smell, and it did go away when I washed it. I washed it a lot though, just to be sure. Um, yeah, and the moths definitely haven't got it. And then
Bite your tongue.
I, and then I've got some Peyton's Bluebell crepe, and I actually have enough to knit a cardigan in this, probably. But I'm not sure I'm brave enough to do that, to take all the nice little labels off it.
I've heard other knitters say, like, I'm just saving this yarn as a yarn, a collectible thing, because it's vintage. They don't want to knit with it.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Cole knits with vintage yarns,
Oh
but
yeah,
she must
she's
have a big
amazing.
supply. I think the people who only have a small amount treasure it as just like
Yeah.
an heirloom.
Yes, I might try and knit something with this and just keep one ball nice and neat and for my collection. Yeah. Oh, and then the last one, which I suspect is still around because it would be horrible to knit. It's a cotton and it has, try and pull a bit out. It has little like bobbles along the cotton and then string in between.
Oh,
And it's from my grandmother's stash. She had quite a lot of this in a couple of colours, and it's called Twilly's Bubbly. So it's made in England too.
I have never seen that. I
Yeah,
wonder if you would hold it together with something else, maybe.
maybe. Yeah. Or it might be for like a summer weight top. I don't know.
Could be. It's a very
Yeah.
pretty color.
Yeah. So I've got this colour and I've got a bright orange colour and a
Hmm.
yellow. Not my colours at all,
It sounds like
but
a
it's very pretty.
Mexican fiesta.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's fun. I think that's fun.
This is probably one of the older ones that I have that are Peyton's ones. Yeah. Yeah. So they're much more loose fitting ones, not so tight around the waist. Yep. That's very 30s, right?
Mm, these are so great. Oh my goodness. If you're watching this and you've never knit from a vintage pattern, try it. It's challenging. It's interesting. And you can
Yeah.
see the patterns, how they're written line by line. It tells you exactly what you need to do. It's none of this like, repeat this 5 times. Well, sometimes there might be that, but it pretty much spells it out for you. Oh, that's nice too. We haven't seen much that's double-breasted.
No, think they have a lot in the 30s of double-breasted sort of things.
Of all the patterns you've shown, that's the first one that I noticed that's double-breasted.
Hmm. Now let's find another one. They had a lot of lacy things back then.
Pretty.
Yeah. And then that one.
It's hard to make out. It looks like it has some kind of a texture, like boxes.
It's a garter stitch pattern in it. So it's got raised garter stitch
Hmm.
squares in it.
What's your preference? Do you prefer to knit lace? Do you prefer to knit? It sounded like you weren't so happy with doing intarsia for the dress, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, intage is not my favorite thing to do. I've done a bit I knit for other people. So I do commissions occasionally. So I've done some 80s intarsia, which was not my favorite, but it was really interesting to do. Yeah, I prefer to knit either Fair Isle colorwork style or lace. I don't mind really. I think intage is my least favorite, and then everything else I enjoy knitting.
I've done all of them, of course. Cables,
Yeah.
I've neglected to mention, but I know you've done cables too.
Yes.
Um, in Tarja, if it's only a few bobbins like that dress,
Mm.
that's not a problem. But I'm doing something that I originally knit as Fair Isle, stranding it, and then I realized the fabric just didn't have enough give. I ripped the whole sweater out, and I'm
Um,
redoing it using Intarsia. It has many, many, many bobbins. I must have like
oh
20
no.
bobbins on a row. That is a headache.
Mhm.
But you know what? It's going to be an extraordinary sweater. So,
Mhm.
that's the way it is. If you want something
Yep.
that's really different and special, sometimes you have to jump through hoops of fire to get it.
Yes. Yeah.
So that dress doesn't look too scary to me the way you're describing it.
It's knit in pieces like a sewn dress. So it's got a waist seam. So it wasn't too bulky to carry around while I was knitting.
Oh, well, there is that too,
Yeah.
of course. I haven't really thought of that because I haven't knit a dress. But just to
Mhm.
have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bobbins, it's not it's not the end of
Yeah.
the world. I mean, you can keep them from twisting, but if you
Yeah.
have a lot, it can be really a headache.
Yes, it can. Yeah. Yeah, no, I knit a jumper that had stripes and then it had like little squares inset into it with multiple colors.
Mm.
And it had mosaic knitting in the squares. And so, oh, there was just bobbins hanging everywhere on it.
I did something, I'm not done with it. I did something recently that has vertical stripes, but it's not knit from the bottom up. It's knit from the side.
I've done one of them too.
So there's none of that bobbin anything.
Mm.
It's really like a delight.
Yes, it's good doing it that way. But then you're not always sure whether you've got the right shape, like whether it's going to fit properly, because it's easier when you're knitting this way to like measure it and everything. But sideways, it's interesting.
Well, so far so good.
Oh, that's good.
But I think I ran out of one of the colors of yarn that I need, so I put that aside. Anyway, I really appreciate you taking the time, and I'm glad we could figure out a time that worked in your
Yeah.
time zone and mine. 'Cause it's tricky. You can see it's starting to get dark here.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question that I have not yet asked you before we say goodbye is if this is my standard question that I ask all of my
Mhm.
guests. If viewers are going to be a tourist in your part of the world, what is something that they should not miss that they would not find in a travel guide?
From my point of view, I think my favorite thing in my town would be the charity shop, the Adra Op shop. They have it's in an old movie theater and it has got a lot of stuff in there. Plenty of old knitting patterns and needles and just everything.
Oh my goodness, I wish I could just like wiggle my nose and land there. That sounds like so much fun. There's a
Yep.
charity shop in my neighborhood too. Actually, there are many in New York, but there's one that's called Vintage, and a lot of people from overseas seem to have found this place. But it has very interesting stuff, but I haven't seen what you're showing. I haven't seen celluloid knitting needles. I've seen metal ones. Who wants those? And I haven't seen really like old yarn, and I don't think I've seen vintage patterns either. So maybe I'm lucky that I don't live there because I would probably be in there buying stuff all the time.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I think
that's
because country towns in Australia, there's not many people who are into vintage out here. So quite often you find, off a farm, someone's clearing out a house or something, and all sorts of treasures can turn up in the charity shops here.
and before you bring it into your home, do you like quarantine things to make sure that they're
Oh,
not?
yes.
Uh-huh.
So my yarn will go in the freezer for a couple of days, and yes, everything gets thoroughly quarantined.
Just a couple
Yeah.
of days.
Yeah.
I would put a couple of weeks to be like very sure.
Oh,
But
well, I usually put them in a black plastic bag as well and stick them out in the sun so they get frozen and then cooked. Yeah,
and
just
you're
to be
like,
sure.
survive that. Good luck. Well, that's a great way to wrap up. It sounds like so much fun. Will you spell the name of this place? The charity
The
shop?
op shop. So
It's
it's just
OPSHOP, Op Shop?
yeah, that's what charity shops in Australia are called.
Okay, I didn't know
So
that.
it's short for opportunity shop, I think.
Okay,
The opportunity to grab a bargain. Um, yeah.
great. Well, that's perfect. Thank you so much for being with me today. I
Oh,
really
you're
appreciate
welcome.
you taking the time to pull out these things and share them with my audience and with me. It was fun.
That was fun. Thank you.
Thank you. I
Bye.
get to say goodbye. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.